أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه المنتجبين. Assalamu alaikum to all of you, our dear viewers. In this program, which is being brought to you from the holy shrine of Imam Rida, peace be upon him, I am going to take you through some of the religious and Islamic rules concerning Islamic practice. In Islam, we have something called ritual or religious impurities, or in other words, unclean substances. Not necessarily being dirty, but being unclean from a religious perspective. Amongst such unclean substances and religious impurities are urine and feces. That includes the urine and feces of the human, and also the urine and feces of haram meat animals, animals whose meat is prohibited to be eaten by Muslims, and also animals that have gushing blood. It means that once one of their main veins is cut, blood will gush out from their body. These animals, they have gushing blood. So those animals that have gushing blood and their meat is haram or prohibited according to Islam, these animals, their urine and feces is unclean and impure. The other urine and feces that is also impure belongs to halal meat, animals that have a gushing blood, but they feed from unclean substances. For example, you can see a goat or a sheep or a cow that has halal meat but is feeding from the feces or urine of another animal whose urine and feces is unclean. The meat and the urine and feces of this animal will be unclean as well. Now, the urine and feces of halal meat animals is clean. So the urine and feces of, for example, a sheep, a cow, a goat, since their meat is halal, their urine and feces is clean, and it is not religiously and ritually considered to be impure and unclean. Now, we have some birds whose meat is not halal. Their meat is haram and prohibited for Muslims to eat. Birds such as crows and parrots. Although their meat is haram to be eaten, yet their urine and feces is considered to be clean. Of course, although it is clean, if such urine and feces come into contact with your clothes whilst you're praying, your praying would not be accepted. In other words, haram meat birds, their urine and feces is clean. But if you are praying, you should make sure that your clothes would not come into any sort of contact with the urine and feces of these haram meat birds. And of course, it does not only include the urine and the feces. Even the feathers of such haram meat birds should not come into contact with the clothes of a person who is performing prayers or salat. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.